Since humans set foot on the moon, we have been eager to learn more about it and want to solve mysteries of life on the moon. ISRO launched Chandrayaan 1 on October 22, 2008 with the objective of understanding the lunar surface. The mission helped us to find water on the moon, and after its success, subsequently ISRO launched Chandrayaan 2 on July 22, 2019. The mission consisted of an orbiter, lander and rover, all intended to study the lunar surface. The lander was meant to perform a soft landing on the moon's surface, while the rover was designed to conduct experiments. However, on September 7, 2019, during the process of soft landing of a lander, a software glitch occurred. As a result, communication between the lander and the Earth was lost. Recently, ISRO announced the launch of Chandrayaan 3, which aims to land a rover on the surface of the moon with the help of a lander. After Chandrayaan 2 failure, ISRO has incorporated various changes and improvements in Chandrayaan 3 to enhance the mission's chances of success. ISRO is planning to launch Chandrayaan 3 on July 14, 2023. This mission is intended to enable the study of moon surface with a particular focus on exploring the South Pole. The rover on the board of Chandrayaan 3 will play a crucial role in searching for ice on the lunar surface. In 2019, Israel's spacecraft Beresheet attempted to land on the moon but unfortunately crashed. During the same year, China launched Chang'e 4, which successfully landed on the far side of the moon. However, its mission to explore the southern region of the moon was unsuccessful. But why it is so challenging to land on the south part of the moon? The moon takes approximately 27 days to complete one rotation on its axis, which is the same amount of time it takes for the moon to orbit around the Earth. Due to this synchronous rotation, we are unable to see the south part of the moon from the Earth. In the past, the southern region of the moon has experienced numerous impacts from the asteroids and comets, resulting in a rugged and heavily cluttered terrain where sunlight barely reaches, and we have very few photos of southern part of the moon. This makes landing a rover on the south part of the moon even more challenging. However, prior to the collision, the lander of the Chandrayaan 2 sent by ISRO captured several images of the landing site in the moon's south region. This valuable information will assist ISRO in achieving a successful landing in the south part of the moon for Chandrayaan 3. As we are unable to see the south part of the moon, sending signals from Earth to moon becomes challenging. When the lander attempts to transmit a signal back to Earth, the signal first encounters the lunar surface, creating difficulties in establishing proper communication. Moreover, the mountainous terrain of the moon's south part make it difficult to reflect back to Earth, exacerbating the problem. However, ISRO tackled this issue by utilizing the Chandrayaan 2 orbiter. The orbiter acts as an intermediary between Earth and the lander, receiving the signal from the lander and sending it back to the Earth, ensuring successful communication. But what we changed in Chandrayaan 3 to make the mission successful? In Chandrayaan 3, we will employ a propulsion module instead of an orbiter. This choice was influenced by the successful placement of the orbiter in Chandrayaan 2. The orbiter will be used for communication in this mission as well. Furthermore, a propulsion system will be utilized to assist the lander in reaching a distance of 100 km from the moon's surface. In Chandrayaan 2, we used 5 engines. However, for the upcoming mission, we have eliminated the central engine from Chandrayaan 3. Consequently, we will now be using only 4 engines for Chandrayaan 3. In Chandrayaan 3, we have included a laser Doppler velocimeter instrument, which will help us in measuring of speed of the lander. Moreover, this time we have incorporated larger solar panels around the lander to enhance its power supply. The surface area of the solar panel has also been increased. ISRO has also implemented software enhancement in Chandrayaan 3 to strengthen communication capabilities of the lander. Furthermore, the lander of Chandrayaan 3 has been reinforced with stronger legs in comparison to Chandrayaan 2. First, Chandrayaan 3 will be launched using the GSLV Mk3 rocket from the Satish Dhawan Space Center, Sriharikota. Once the spacecraft reaches near the moon, it will enter lunar orbit. Subsequently, the lander will separate from the propulsion module, aided by the software controlled thrusters. The lander will then proceed to land on the moon's surface with the help of activating and deactivating its thrusters as needed. Following a successful landing, the lander will deploy the rover, which will utilize solar panels for power and conduct experiments on the lunar surface. Please support our mission of making scientific knowledge accessible to everyone by sharing this video, like the video and subscribing to this channel, and see you in the next video. Bye bye.